Hello everybody, this is part 3 for What If Naruto is Smart. So, in the last part, Naruto is heading back to the Leaf after he just finished training with the Executioner Blade. Just get into it. Naruto is halfway to the Leaf, and I say he runs into someone. I say it's someone who is on a mission. And I say it's Team 10. Guy, Lee, Neji. And Tenten, of course. Naruto is just in the bushes, and he looks over onto the path, and he sees 4 people. Guy, who pretty much looks the same when his normal hair, and then he sees Lee. Because Lee used to wear white clothes, and now he's wearing the same disguise. Now he's a little confused. Then he says, "Who's those two? And is that Guy Lee?" Naruto with Executioner Blade in his scroll in his back pocket. Naruto walks out the bushes, and actually no. Neji let's say Neji was had a Byakugan gun activated for some rabbit they cook and get some food. Then Neji looks over, he sees Naruto in the bush, and then Neji says, "I know you're there. Come out." They all get into a fight position. Then Naruto comes out saying, "Very well, Neji Hyuga." Then Neji says, "How do you know my name?" And then Lee says, "Neji, it's alright, stop." Naruto walks in front of Lee. Then he says, "Well, Lee, you've grown a lot." Then Naruto hugs Lee, and Lee hugs back. And Guy says, "Naruto, the good old knucklehead ninja." And then he says, "Guy Sensei, hello." And then he says, yeah. Then Naruto says, "Guy, are you into the Leaf?" Then, back to the Leaf. I'm assuming you're on a mission. And Guy says, "Yes, Naruto. What, you heading back now?" Then he says, "Yes. Can I come with you guys?" Then he says, "Yes, of course, Naruto." Then Guy says, why don't an old student come?" "Yeah, why not?" Naruto says, "Okay, just wait here." Then Naruto does some hand signs. His hair goes, I say, white. Completely white, like Kakashi's. His eyes aren't blue, they're like green. And his whiskers are gone. Then Guy says, "Good disguise." And then Neji and Tenen say, "Why do you need a disguise?" Then Guy and Lee said, just say the village doesn't like him. He's got to be in a disguise. So now, time skip. They're all back at the village. The 2 guards see Team 10 and they see someone else. And then they say, "Hi, Guy, who's this kid? Did you find him or something?" And then the guy says, yeah, it's an old friend's kid." And I say Naruto's name is in the village right now because he's got his disguise on. I say it's gonna be I say it's Crystal, because Hawkwood ice, so he wants to have Naruto. It'll be ice, yeah, ice. Come on, ice, let's go. Then Naruto as ice says, "Yes, sir." Then they go to the Hokage's office because Naruto's thinking his disguise will work good enough. His talk is a little different from when he was younger. And right on the way there, Team 7 walks past with Kakashi. Kakashi says, "Oh, my guy." Then Guy does "Kakashi, hello, my rival." And Team 7 see Neji, Tenten, Lee, and some guy with white hair. Kind of looks familiar, but doesn't at the same time. Then Neji says, "Sir, who are these people?" And then Guy says, Neji, this is Team 7. The famous Sasuke Uchiha, the 4th Hokage's son, Menma, and Sakura Haruno, and the famous Kakashi copycat ninja. Then Neji says, "Oh, it's nice to meet you all." Then Menma says, "Likewise." And then, Kakashi says, "Guy, I thought you was in a 3 teammates. Team. Who's this guy? And the white hair?" Then he says, the famous, then Naruto as Ice. When I say Ice, it's Naruto. So Ice says, "Wow, finally meet the famous copycat ninja." Naruto extends his hand up for a handshake. Kakashi obliges, shaking his hand. And then, we better be off, Guy. He says to, Ice says that to Guy, and Guy says, "Yes, Ice, we should. See you around, Kakashi." And then they're at the Hokage's office. Guy knocks on the door, and they come in. Then Minato sees, Guy, how's the mission go? Then he sees someone else walk in. And then he says, "Guys, who's this boy?" I say Kushin is there as well. And Kushin has still got half the Nine Tails. She can still sense its chakra around. And as a second, Naruto went to his mind and he said to, because they got like a link pretty much. So he says into the other half of the Nine Tails, "Don't tell him I have this Nine Tails." Then he says, "Okay." Then he backs up and no. Then he says, "Young man, what's your name?" Naruto says, "Ice." Then, sorry guys, the Minato says, "What's your last name?" "Ice Snow." He says, "Interesting name." Then he says, "So you want to join the village?" Then Naruto says, "Yes, sir." Then Minato says, "Well, you got to sign these paperwork out, but yes, you can join." "What happened to your father?" Or anyone? Naruto says, "Gotta make an excuse. They're all dead." Then Minato says, "Oh, touchy subject, I'm sorry." Then Naruto says, Ice says it's fine. Then Ice signs all the paperwork, and he gets the same place as in the original. Ice, aka Naruto, walks into his new flat, room, and he says, "Well, this is what I have to do." Then he jumps from the bed, and he lays down saying, "It feels so good to be in the actual bed." And then Naruto's thinking, if I could extend this, I wonder. Because there's no room under him. Though there is, it's empty, and it's like really run down. And the landlord just doesn't even use it anymore. It's practically like a basement. So Naruto's thinking, I need a place to hide all my stuff. Zabuza's stuff, I mean. Naruto's thinking, maybe, I'll think about that later. So Naruto unpacks some stuff, puts it under his bed, falls asleep. When halfway through the night, it's around 11 o'clock. Naruto starts walking out of his room and locking up and goes to the training grounds. And I say, Ino, Sakura, and what's the other name? So guys, how much Naruto for a bit? And Hinata all train because they want to get stronger and be the strongest Konichi. And then Ino says, "Hello? Anyone there?" Then Naruto walks in saying, "Hello." Then Sakura says, "Oh, what's your name? Ice? Ice, nice to meet you." Then she introduces Ino and Hinata, aka Ice, aka Naruto. Naruto says, "Is it okay if I train here?" And they say, oh yeah, it's fine. Then Naruto goes over to a tree. And I say, Naruto is so strong because one, he has to pick up the executioner blade for crying out loud, what weighs a ton. Then Naruto uses one arm, punches the tree, and it explodes in the woods. It just explodes in little wood shards. Ino, Sakura, and Hinata are dumbfounded, saying, how did you do that? Naruto said, hard work, training. Maybe one of you way to do it. Then they say, can you teach us? Naruto says it isn't a jutsu, it's these taijutsu. You gotta train your body. That's what I did. Then Naruto says, I'll show you. Naruto takes off his t-shirt and they all see like an 8-pack, a bunch of muscles and a lot of scars. Because Zobazan is really strict about training. And then Sakura says, how do you get those scars? Then Naruto says, well, I says, training. It makes my body stronger and I look cool as hell. Then all say, yeah, you do. And Naruto's like, we're still shy. So Naruto says, well, I gotta go train. Naruto goes over to the ground and does and starts getting into a running position. He runs, he blitzes around it, and the floor under him is just breaking. Like it turns like little bits of dust, pretty much. Like the ground's just dust, pretty much. Everyone's still dumbfounded. I say he runs so hard, it woke up the entire village. It's pretty much a miniature earthquake. And then the four Kage goes out, hey, are we going to attack? A bunch of ninjas stop running over to the training grounds because they found out that's where the source. Guy, Team 10, all the teams stop going there. Bunch of tuning, the fourth Hokage himself, and Nagato and Kushina going over there. And they all see the girls just looking at something. Then they all look over. Then Minato says, girls, what's going on here? And then Minato looks over and he sees ice picking up a massive boulder out the ground, lifting up with one finger of ease. I know this is over exaggerating, but he's seriously strong because he gets a massive boost over the entire chakra as well. Then Naruto says, Ice says, sorry Lord First, if I woke you all. Then everyone in the village just looking over and they see a massive boulder. Then Minato says, how? How are you doing that? You're not even a ninja. Then Naruto says, well, I'm thinking, joining the Ninja Academy at least. Then Minato says, bro, you're not joining the Ninja Academy if you know this. Hell, I might just make you a genin tomorrow if you want. Naruto says, that'd be nice. Because he's holding up all of his rage, pretty much. Because more rage means gives Nine Tails power. But the Nine Tails wants to see how this turns out. And he's keeping all of Naruto's rage in his body. He won't let him express it. Well, around Minato at least. And this is unusual for the Nine Tails, but the Nine Tails has seen Naruto going through living hell with him living in. So he wants to do him a couple favours before his takeover body plan starts. Then the next morning, Naruto goes to the Hokage's office and says, well, Lord First, I'm ready to become a genin. Then he says, okay, here's some missions you can choose from. Naruto says, I'll do them all. Then Kage says, you can't, they're all D rank and there's only one of you. Naruto does the Shadow Clone Jutsu. No, there's plenty of me. Now I see Kushina was in it as well. And she's like, do you know the Shadow Clone technique? Then Naruto says, yes, ma'am. Then a bunch of Shadow Clones grab a bunch of papers and start running off. I say one's like gardening, one's getting the cat, one's just helping with groceries, and one's just helping someone training swordsmanship. An hour later, Naruto comes back, and he hands them all in. Then he says, well, would that be good enough for you, Lord First? Then Lord First saying, yes. Hell, I bet you can go in the tuning exams. And I say Naruto's really tall thanks to all the training. I say he's nearly tall as... He's taller than Sasuke. I say he's up to Kakashi's shoulder. Because he's got a lot more muscle. And Naruto said, thanks, Lord First. And Naruto's gone on a few C rank missions, D rank still. And I think he's even going to B rank. He's been able to do it so fast. I say he got his ability tested by by Guy. And he almost actually got, nearly beat Guy in his first form, not going into any gates. And I know that's really impressive. This guy's been trained by Zoraza, legendary swordsman, Hoku, perfect speed and aim. And he's had to scroll the ceilings, and he's also got the inner gates as well. And I say he's actually on the third inner gate pretty much at this point, like same as Lee. Actually, no, fourth. Lee's on the third. Actually, no, Lee's on the fifth. I remember that. No, I think Naruto's in the sixth inner gate. I know he's OP in this. What if? Let's carry on. So, just skip. He's been doing those missions. So now it's the tuning exams, but then that means it says, well, you can't do tuning exams without a team. But then Naruto says, why can't I'm pretty much past a high level tuning? Can I just go on my own team? Minato thinks about it for a day. Because he knows Naruto has already done a B rank, a bunch of D ranks, and a bunch of C's. Like, Naruto says he's tuning, but he's pretty much a really low level Jonin at this point. So, the Minato's thinking, yes, yeah, I think we can do this. The next day, Naruto comes in, then Minato says, yes, okay, you can use it on one team, but it'll be way harder. You have to use your shadow clones. And Naruto says, okay. Then Minato says, if any of these shadow clones disperse, that makes you less a team member. But then Naruto says, I'm going to bring them back. But then Minato says, well, I know that, but still. Then Naruto walks in. Actually, no. The shadow clones, he didn't say that. He says, fine, you could be in a team, but it'll be way harder for you. So Naruto walks in on the tuning exams day. Naruto sees all the teams. Ino, Toji, Shikamaru, sees Kiba, Shino, just the original Rookie 9, and actually Rookie 12, because Team 10, or Team Guy. So Naruto walks in, then everyone just sees Naruto, then they say, Naruto, what are you doing here? And Naruto says, I'm doing the tuning exams. But then they say, you don't have a team. Then Naruto says, well, Lord First said I can. So, I guess I can. Then I say, Lee doesn't want to challenge Naruto, because Lee actually knows it's Naruto, and Lee knows Naruto knows the fucking 6 in the gates. Sorry for the swear word. And he knows Lee can only go in 5th, and Naruto's wearing way heavier weights than him. Guy also knows that, because he told him on like a spare time eating noodles, ramen I meant, and Ichiraku's. So I say Sasuke still does the genjutsu, but Lee still bodies Sasuke, but then Sasuke says, well, I don't know, then Sasuke says, how are you strong? And then Naruto says, training, might want to learn a bit sometime. Then Sasuke gets up, gets all really pissed at Naruto, and tries to kick him. Naruto grabs it with ease, then he says, I'm even stronger than Lee, and I've got genjutsu and ninjutsu, and he's only got taijutsu. Bring it on, I'll break you to shreds. Then Naruto ice pushes Sasuke's foot towards him and makes him fall to the ground. Because Sasuke just got a little shook from that speech. And I say it's the written exam starts. I say, yeah. I say Naruto. Yeah, I say Naruto is pretty smart because he got educated by Haku, he got educated by Zabuza, and I assume Zabuza had to know a lot, as he was one of the legendary swordsmen of the mist. So, yeah, he's decent smart. He gets like 4 to 5 questions on. The last questions still happen, but Naruto's not raised because he knows he's confident. Plus, Naruto's thinking, I need to get high level. I need to get higher ranks. I need to prove to Zabuza and Haku I will become the best and use their name to destroy all who propose me. And then he says, you'll pass. After the test, then it's Q and I comes through the window. And I say Naruto's the same height as Q and I because he still does training. So, Naruto, well, a bunch of people start walking over because I say a bunch of the boys are perverts. And look at. And then Naruto walks over, past them. Then he puts his hand out. Nice to meet you, miss. And then she says, likewise. Shakes his hand. And then she realizes Naruto's got a really strong grip. Then she shakes her hand. Oh man, you got a strong grip. Then Naruto says, yeah. Naruto accidentally clicks his neck. And she thinks that's gold. Then she gets like a little blush. And then then she says it's the force of death. When I say Naruto, there's like a seal. He puts it, like someone patting him on the back saying, good work. Hope you, like, hope you've, well, I'm not good work. Hope you, well, get through, pretty much. Then they say, oh, thanks. Then Naruto says, well, that was easy. And then the gate begins. Then Naruto's just jumping through the forest, normal, just jumping through. And then I say, the Rain Ninja tried to, well, actually, the Rain Ninja still went after, well, Team 7, and I say they got, no, not Menma. And I say Naruto got his scroll he needed from, like, the Earth Scroll from, like, a random team. But then, Naruto hits, like, a scream. Then Naruto rushes over, and he sees Sakura, and Menma cannot move. And they see some weird snake guy. Well, with snake, well, on a snake. Naruto says, well, Ai says, what the hell is this? Summoning jutsu? Then Naruto starts making Earth Dragon jutsu. And Orochimaru hears a weird noise and looks down. He sees 4 Earth Dragons with Naruto make 4 Shadow Clones. And they're all about to hit him, and the snake jumps in the way to block it. And then Orochimaru barely dodges. Then he says, what was that? And then everyone just looks around because this Sasuke, Sakura, and Menma are still worried. Well, not worried, scared, crapless. And then they see ice. Then Sakura says, ice! And then Naruto does a funny joke. He jumps in front of him saying, yeah, it's my name, don't wear it out. And then Orochimaru says, just get out of here, brat. And then I says, I don't think so. I think Naruto would know about Orochimaru, thinks his others or teach him a lot. Naruto says, this guy's got snake summoning. He looks, well, weird. Yeah, it's Orochimaru. Well, he's just guessing it's Orochimaru. Naruto says, Orochimaru. And then grass and starts to then, no, yes, grass. Then he pulls the face off, saying, how do you know? Naruto says, wait, you actually are Orochimaru? I just guessed. And then Orochimaru says, well, lucky guess then, boy. And then he says to Naruto, well, Ice, run along, little boy. You're not my target. Then Orochimaru looked over to Sasuke, who this will be fun. And then Naruto says, well, I says, nah, I don't think so. Then Naruto throws a kunai. And what, I'm just going to change it. When Naruto says, well, when I say Naruto, it means ice. When Naruto throws a kunai, he hits Orochimaru in the cheek, grazing him. So Naruto is dodging up around, and I say he's got the executioner blade. Then I say Naruto is fighting Orochimaru. Orochimaru is thinking, this boy is strong. I wonder if I should give him the curse mark. So hard to choose. And then Orochimaru's thinking, let's see if this boy's got some more skill up his sleeve. I say Naruto gets gut punches by Orochimaru because he's still a legendary Sannin. Naruto goes flying into a tree. Sakura screams, "No ice!" Naruto says, guess it's time to stop messing around. Naruto hits like a seal on his arm. I'm gonna say he puts the seal on his arm. Just the executioner blade comes out and Naruto's holding it with one arm because he's got way stronger. Then the team starts saying, "Wait, no, is that the executioner blade?" Then Naruto said, "Bingo." Then Orochimaru says, "This executioner blade? How interesting. Maybe I can use that as a collection. And I kill you." And then the fight starts to get a lot easier for Naruto. He's doing earth, water, and fire styles at Orochimaru. Orochimaru is actually getting a little winded from this because this me Genin knows all this jutsu. Then Orochimaru's thinking, I need this body. I can just probably take the Sharingan of this body. I just need to get Sasuke, take his body, take the Sharingan, go into this one. This will be, yes, very nice. And I say, Orochimaru jumps on Naruto's blade, and I say he gives the Naruto the curse mark. Because Orochimaru was thinking, I don't really need Sasuke, I just need his eyes. He's thinking if he just gets Sasuke to trick him, knock him unconscious, take his eyes, give him the Naruto, then he'll have the perfect host. So that's the end. And I say Team 7 after that. I say a bunch of Onbu come. And Team 7, well, run. No, can't run. Orochimaru runs and he says, "Oh, bye-bye." Then he jumps off. Then Naruto just collapsed, holding the executioner blade, going back into his arm, puffing to a bunch of smoke. And Onbu look at Naruto underground, coughing up blood, and they grab him and take him to the fourth, Lord Fourth. They take Team 7 as well. I say Team 7 was, the fourth was at the beginning, well, in the middle of the forest, because technically he did train his students, well, a little bit. Then the Armu do the seal and they bring him here. Then he says, "Lord First, it's ice, snow." Orochimaru bit him in the neck with some kind of mark. Minato looks over saying, "This ain't good, it's the curse mark." And then Minato says, bring him over to Uzumaki. What's Minato's one? I'm going to say Uzumaki compound. Uzumaki compound now, sir. Then Don will say, "Yes, sir." And it's the end for part 3. Peace.